Welcome, everyone. I'm glad you could be here this evening, our last Yang class of 2020. So we will focus on centering in the core and the hara. I think there's can never be enough of this grounded support from the belly. And the more we have the strength in the middle, the easier it is to balance, the easier it is to move about. And then we will test that up. We'll come up to standing and work on our balance and see how that core support helps, balancing or not. And I see Barbara has just joined. Welcome, Barbara. Lovely that you're here. So we will begin, as we always do, with a meditation, finding a comfortable seated or lying position. Check that you're relaxed, that your legs are comfortable, your pelvis tilted slightly forward. Your spine can naturally lengthen up with its curves, back of the neck long. Closing your eyes. And landing here now. And see if you can touch into that magic of pausing. This moment where you don't have to do anything at all. Breathing into this spaciousness of now, timelessness of now. And inviting yourself to relax in the exhales, relaxing into whatever's there, so that we don't assume things to be a certain way. That if we come and pause and we find that things are tight or uncomfortable or annoying, we don't get up and do something else. Oh yeah, this is what's here, so I will tend to this. Or maybe when we pause, we realize, oh, there's a tiredness here. There's enjoyment of just doing nothing. Or maybe there's a joy. So this willingness to sit with whatever is here. Welcome, Heike. I'm glad you could join. And following your breath. Following your breath's movement through your body. And seeing if you can follow it all the way down to the belly. Or maybe that's where you are right now. Feeling any movement in the belly. Softening in your belly. And tuning into your heart, noticing which emotions are here, which feelings. And tuning into your mind, aware of the rhythm of your thoughts, whether they be many or few, letting yourself have thoughts. Then we can move from natural breathing into enhanced breathing, the Ujjayi Pranayama. Breathing in and out through your nose, but as if it's, or with it originating in the throat, that soft sound like the end of a whisper. I will exaggerate now so you can hear. It's like the ocean from far away. So this breathing in this way helps slow down the breath, helps warm the breath, helps us stay in our parasympathetic nervous system so that we can rest and digest even throughout these more, invigorating postures to come. But if the Ujjayi Pranayama doesn't suit you, then let it go. But it can be a great stabilizer, enhancement to the practice. Staying linked with your breath, come now to lie down. On your back, knees bent, feet hip distance apart. And sometimes just moving, we lose our breath. So see if that happened, and if it did, find it again. It's great. The breath is always there, even when we lose it. And we'll begin, as we often do, with these gentle baby bridge breath, arching and flattening in the rhythm of our breath. The inhale, arching forward, hips rotating forward, space the lower back. And exhale, flattening the lower back. Inhale, arching. Exhale, flattening. Jaw soft, tongue relaxed. Keep going at your own pace. Inviting an intimacy to the practice. This willingness to feel your body from the inside out. To slow down to the rhythm of your breathing. The rhythm of your feelings. Our mind can be so fast, and we just lean into the pauses between thoughts. You can keep going like this, or if you like, at the end of the exhale, lifting up the shoulders and head, either with the hands behind the head or the arms beside, and then inhale down again. So exhale, either flattening or flattening and lifting. And the third thing we can do here is hold the exhale. So if you flatten or have flattened to lift, then hold your breath for 1 to 5 seconds. This says that the lower back is widening and spreading. And you're relaxing on the inhale. Exhale, flattening the lower back, maybe lifting up, holding that exhale. Jaw soft, lips relax. And softening on the inhale. Around 3 more. And then pausing. Feeling your breath here. Feeling your body here. And bring your arms to your side for the bridge breaths. Grounding your feet, spreading out the toes. On an inhale, lifting the hips up, hugging the inner thighs to the pelvis. And exhale, release down. And keep going. So for all of you, this is nothing new. So letting there be this familiarity to the posture. But because you've never done it tonight, in this moment, so let there be this freshness. Oh, what's this inhale like? What's this exhale like? How do my muscles feel? How do my joints feel? What's it like for me to ground into the earth? What's it like for me to soften again? And you can add the kumbhaka, so you can inhale, come up, hold your inhale, hugging the inner thighs towards the pelvis, grounding the arms, grounding the feet, knees lengthening forward, and at the exhale, softening into the ground. Maybe 4 more with kumbhakas, or just keep going up and down without holding your breath. No pressure, no pain. Slow and conscious movement. And after this one, pausing. Then we're going to come up into a small bridge. So not all the way as high as you can, more keeping the torso in its natural length. You can bring the feet a bit close together because you may or may not lift up the leg. Some people prefer with the arms straight, others like to push the elbows down and the fists up. So choosing your arm position, lifting up, and then maybe extending one leg forward. Jaw soft, aware of your breath, the space and lengthen through the torso. Then release that leg and over to the other leg. So you're grounding the standing leg, you're extending the lifting leg, a sense of width in the torso, jaw soft. And then release the leg, pause and rest. See how that feels. And then deciding what's appropriate for you this class. Keep resting or join me for the second round. Ground the feet. Inhale, lift up, not too high. Hugging the inner thighs in, the sense of width in the ribs, grounding the arms, and extend the one leg forward. We'll do a bit shorter the second round. Still letting your breath flow freely, smoothly. And then switch to the other side. Push the upper arms down, widen through the ribs, soften the jaw. Release and land. Notice the heat that comes in. Maybe your heart goes faster. Celebrate that. And then choosing to rest or one more round. So don't overdo it. And each time's a bit shorter. Ground the feet if you're coming along. Ground the arms, shoulders down. Lengthen the torso. Knees can be together. And then lengthen the leg just for 2 breaths. Switching to the other side. Releasing the leg, lowering down. And enjoying that. Those are over. How does this feel? What's your connection with your heart now? Do you want to be still or Is there a desire to rock your legs side to side, or maybe bring the knees wide, knees together, the feet wide, knees together? And then before we come up to our hands and knees, hug your knees together. Swirl them around, stretching the back, squishing the belly. Neither you roll to the side and come up, or you can rock forward and up. And come into all fours. The hands roughly underneath your shoulders, maybe slightly in or out, whatever's neutral for your wrists. Starting gently with the cat-cow. Inhale, arching, lifting the head. Exhale, rounding. So after strengthening the core, now we feel again what it's like with the mobility. Knowing that that's what we want to do in our yoga practice is gain more strength and more mobility. And instead of going back and forth, cat-cow, it's like wag the tail. You're going to try to bring your hip to your shoulders. You look to your hip behind you, and then the other side for side flexion. You can imagine you have a gorgeous long dragon tail, or whatever tail you like. Just waving it side to side. And then another motion that we can do is twisting. So you bring the hands slightly wider, bend one elbow and look the opposite way, and then switch. So you're dropping the shoulder to come into the twist. You drop the elbow. You link it with your breath. I like to exhale down, inhale up. Maybe you prefer the opposite. One more for mobility, a second twist. This time the hands can come more into the middle. And inhale, lifting one arm up. Exhale back down. And inhale to the other side. Exhale down. Keep going. One more each side, really enjoying, if you can, the expanse along the chest. And then either back to child, unless child's not comfortable, then you can lie on your belly. Softening, brief pause. How's your Ujjayi breath now? Is it still smooth and even in and out through the nose with that soft ocean sound? Your next inhale coming up, going from mobility to strength. Now you can bring the knees closer to the middle. Extend the right leg back. Keep the toe on the ground to begin with. And extend the left arm forward. And then maybe this is enough, or you lift your right leg just a centimeter from the ground so the hip doesn't lift up. There's this natural length to the spine, not arching, not rounding. There's a width in the lower back. A length along the back of the neck. And the breath smooth and easy. And then switching to the other side. Extend the left leg back, first toe down, right arm up. Either keeping the foot down or just lifting a bit. Reach the fingers forward, push the heel back. We feel this stability in the middle. You're not dumping or loose here. There's a strong, engaged center. And pausing, checking in. Was that enough? And if it was, take a break in child or lying on your belly, or join me for the second round. Right leg goes back, left arm forward. Either right leg stays down or lifts just a bit. Lengthening through the neck, shoulders away from the ears. Face relaxed, jaw soft. Inner thighs engaged, pulling up towards the pelvis. And then again, switching. First the foot down, arm up. Keeping it down or lifting it just a few centimeters from the ground. Being with your breath. And coming down. Here again, you have a choice to come into child, to rest from your belly, or the last round. Extend the right leg, left arm out, keep the leg down or lift it, shorter each time. And switch. Lengthening. Bring the sides to the middle. And then resting. And you can rest in child or on your belly. And coming up to kneeling, either sitting on your heels, or if that's not good for your knees, you can come up. We're going to do some mobility for the shoulders. So a few shoulder rolls. So either sitting back, or if it's more comfortable, you can be up. Roll the shoulders the other way. So after building strength in them with that here, helping the chi flow through. And then arms stretching any which way. You can circle. You can lean one way or the other. If you're circling, be sure to circle in both directions. And release. The last bit is the head, circling the head around, jaw soft. How's your Ujjayi breath now? And then bring your head up. So we continue with the core. Now we come to the crocodile plank, so the one with the forearm. So coming with you can start on your belly, elbows under your shoulders, hands either pushed together or down on the ground. And version A is you lift your bottom up a bit, hug the inner thighs, still a lot of work, can be great. And version B is you lift the knees right off. Again, we'll do it 3 times through, so come join me. Each time will become less long. The first one's the longest, because we have the most strength for it. You can hold it better. So you want to push through the heels, inner thighs hugging to the pelvis, sides of the torso into the midline while you're pushing out through the side of the ribs. Breath smooth, jaw relaxed. 2 more breaths here. And then rest. Resting either back in child or lying on your belly. So those of you who have shoulder, issues, it's good to keep using the shoulder and have strength, but you don't want to strain it. So don't do too much. Keep the knees down so you're slowly building up strength. To keep joints safe, and when we're building strength, we want to stiffen them, contract them. So maybe that was enough, and your shoulders you can sit up and do some shoulder rolls, or we go to round 2. So either from the knees, rounding the arms, stiffening the shoulders, trapezius or shoulder blades down towards the hips, or you lift the knees up. Keep breathing smoothly. Connecting with that core of yours, that middle. 2 more breaths. And then relax. What's this like? Really delight in these pauses, these magic moments, resting in awareness. And then wisely choose for yourself, should you continue to stay in that magical rest, or would it be better for your body to do one last rep, a little bit shorter? So either from the knees and staying there, or lifting the knees up, just 3 breaths. Round the forearms, firm the shoulders, energy through the legs, through the heels, 1 more breath. And then rest. Coming back to all fours. This time, for variation, come onto your fingertips and the hands a bit wider apart, and we'll do our wild tiger. So swirling around our torso. Again, that alternating between mobility and strength. After creating strength, we come back to mobility. Helping the chi flow around. And then we'll come into the next one. Maybe you're also getting warmer, so if you need to take off a layer, go ahead. I do. I want to tuck things in. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. So now we're going to work on the strength, the side and into the twist. I want to demonstrate it first, and then you can come and join me. So we'll start in the crocodile with the legs wide, and then turning as one unit. So you don't turn the hips and then the shoulders. Really firm everything and turning as one unit into side plank. Yeah? And if that's too much for you, then you can turn, you can go on the side with one leg and lift up this way. Yeah? So we'll do side plank either with helping with the leg lift, or other people prefer the lower leg down to lift. One way or the other, it's fine. Or I'll do the turning version. So choosing your medicine, making sure it's not too potent. Coming first up into the crocodile, legs wide apart, and then rolling as one or lifting up as one, and we'll hold here for 4 breaths. Reaching through the fingers, wide through the chest. And then coming down, rolling as one, and roll over to the other side. Push through the heels, out through your fingers. Draw your shoulder blades towards each other. The forearm that's on the ground, push it away from you. And then really slowly roll back as one. Bend the knees and lower. Rest. So again, choosing what's wise. Was that maybe enough? Now it's great to have a resting period. Or no, that was not nearly enough. Then come along and join me. Round 2. Either directly from the side or through the middle, feet wide. Roll as one and come up. This time only 3 breaths. And then over to the other side, rolling as one. Rolling as one and landing. These brief magical pauses, feeling what it's like. And either resting or one last one for 2 breaths each side. So either on your side lifting up or coming up through plank, feet wide, and rolling over. Extend through your base arm, ground your grounded arm. And then roll as one over to the other side. Push through the feet, out to the top of your head. Roll back and rest. Well done. So that's it for the core strengthening. You can delight in that. Maybe you want to shake the hips side to side. And we're going to push back into downward dog. I want to take my socks off first, so if you want to take your socks off, go ahead or come right into your downward dog. Round the forearms, the hands, sorry. Shoulders away from the ears, and lengthen your spine. Using this to stretch, to enjoy. Do you prefer with bent knees, with straight legs? Do you prefer still or shifting? How's your breath here? If you want to break from downward dog, come into child. Otherwise, around 5 more breaths here. Being with this shape, breathing into this shape. And then we'll walk our feet towards our hands or our hands towards our feet. And come into standing forward bend. Dangling here. And letting the back hang as long as that feels okay for your back. Then the knees be bent. And then slowly rolling up to standing. You might need to shift your computer so you can see. So finding balance first on 2 legs. Ground the feet, spread the toes, and lower the toes down. You can swivel on your feet to feel some people think of it as 4 corners, others as 3. So one corner is behind the big toe, another is behind the small toe, and your heel is either 1 or 2 on either side. So what image works for you, this base of the foot? I like 3. And then as you relax the toes and push through these grounding corners, feel the inner arches lift up and the inner legs lift up as well. And there's this lift through the pelvis and this support in the core, which you've just worked quite a bit. Oh yeah, that's here with us. So that The shoulders don't need to hold anything. They can relax down. The arms can relax. The thighs are lifting. The arms are releasing. And then it's as if your head is hooked on from the back into the ceiling or into the sky. So this natural lift in your spine can just dangle down. So keeping this grounded yet buoyant posture, and we'll move into tree. So bring your weight onto the right leg, lifting up the left, and it can stay down on the floor, below the knee, or come up higher. Push down through your standing right leg, hug up, especially the inner thigh, all the way through the inner spine. The hands can be by the belly and the hara. It can be up on the heart, or you can extend out. And I like to practice metta trees, but today as gratitude trees. So we're coming near the end of the year. It's been a difficult year for the planet, but still in the difficulty, I'm sure there has been moments of beauty, moments of goodness, moments of connection. Calling to mind moments from this year that brought a smile to your heart. One for me is definitely practicing yoga with you despite not being allowed to be in the same room. And that my mother comes to class all the way from Vancouver. And often my cousin as well. And joining from other countries. Oh. So 2 more breaths. Oh, what's been good in this year? Releasing the leg, keep the arms out. Ground the feet, and then take this goodness and receive it once again. Bringing the energy in and down. Bathing your organs in your gratitude. And find your balance on 2 legs. Shift your weight over to your left leg, hugging up especially the inner left thigh. Pick up the right foot either by the ankle, below the knee, or higher. This gathering of energy into the middle, and then this like a fountain up. Not lifting the ribs and back bending, keeping the spine as neutral as possible. Hands either on the belly, the heart, or up. And then asking yourself, yeah, what else good happened this year? You can go through the months, January. Finding something from February, Mom's birthday. In March, April, May, June. Can you remember something from June? July. Well, we'll get to August and the legs. One moment from August. And then release the leg. Keep the arms up. Keep going. Something from September. From October. November. There's something from this month. Grateful for a beautiful moment. And bringing the goodness that was also in this year, along with all the difficulty. Bringing the goodness in and down. Bathing your system with your gratitude, your appreciation. And bring your hands together behind your back and stretch the arms back and lift up the chest. And then bring your weight over onto the left leg. Pick up the right leg and bring it behind you. Arching back, lifting your right leg up as high as it can. If you can't hold your hands together, that's okay, just keep them back. or if you have a towel or a strap, you can hold that. The idea is to open up the chest and work the back of the body here. And then releasing the leg. If you need to shake out your arms, do. Otherwise, shifting over to the other side. Lifting out the left leg. Lifting through the right. Energy coming in through the inner thighs. All the way up through your spine. And like a fountain, energy spilling out through your head. Or spraying out from your heart in this gentle back bend. And then release your leg. Feel what this is like to have the heart so open. And then release. Returning to mountain. Breathing into what this is like. And we come into our second airplane, which is about playing with balance. So I'm less interested in what it looks like. I'm more interested in your courage. So bring the right leg up and playing with how far forward can you extend. You can bend the knee, you can straighten the leg, arms going back or forward or in front or moving. You can move around if that's more your thing, or find something and hold still, even if that's up here. Great. So playing with your balance. Ground the standing leg, lift energy up through the thigh and extending out through the rest of the limbs and out to the top of your head. Three more breaths, playing, exploring your balance on this leg without losing that connection from your belly, from your center. And then with a buoyancy, flying up, landing, feeling that different side to side. And then try on the other side. Around your leg. What's it like to dive forward? Checking how it is your neck, that you're not hugging the shoulders up, that there's space in the chest. The shoulder blades draw away from the ears. Shoulder blades draw in slightly. The jaw and the tongue and the lips can be soft. Connecting with your Ujjayi breath. In and out through the nose, originating in the throat like the ocean from far off. And then coming up and landing. How's this? What's this inner feeling like? And before I come to our next balance posture, a little shaking, so you can just shake things out freestyle, or you can have a little jumping, shaking, whatever feels like it would be nice. A little moving. And then pausing. So the last set of balances is the standing banana, also known as moon or half moon sometimes, or different names. I like to think of it as standing banana. So bring the arms above the head, feet together, reach the arms up. Inhale, and exhale, lean to one side. Enjoying that stretch all along the side. You can rest your head on the lower arm. You can bring it up to meet the head. Jaw soft. Inhale up. And then exhale to the other side. What's the difference from this side? Is it tighter, more flexible? Can you smile into any tension, meeting it with friendliness? And then coming up. If you need to take a break with your arms down, please do. Round 2, we do up on our toes. So what's that like to balance on your toes? And then we also lean over to the side. So if you wobble, you wobble. Building up the strength in the feet and the ankles. Jaw soft, tongue relaxed. And coming up, over to the other side. Still or wobbly. And coming up. Lower the heels, open up the arms, drop the shoulders, taking the goodness from above. And bring this good energy in and down. And letting your organs bathe in this attention, this exchange of chi. And one last standing posture. Relax the arms, bend the knees, roll down. You can roll a little side to side as you roll down. And more into the mobility. It's not about strength, it's about moving. Releasing tension, releasing stickiness. See if you can come down with your hands on the ground. So if you need to bring the legs wider for that, if you need to bend the knees, wonderful, please do that. So that you're hanging in a forward bend. Then inhale, lift one arm up to twist. Exhale, fold down again. Inhale, lift the other arm up to twist. Exhale, fold. Your feet can turn, swivel, your leg can straighten as you go back and forth. As I do, I encourage you to make this yours. So how can you make this forward bend twist work for your body this time? So we're nearing the end of the class. It's about stretching, flexibility. One more each side. And then if it's okay for your hips and knees, bend the knees and lower the hips into a squat. Otherwise, you can come forward and go into child's. Or if child's not comfortable, you can come and lie on your back and hug your knees. So either in squat, child, or hugging your knees on your back. You don't have to be still. If you want to sway or move at all, please do. And then we'll all come to land on our backs. So we're coming to the cool down phase. If you want to get a sweater on or socks on, please do. Landing on your back with your feet hip distance apart. Landing in your breath. In and out through the nose, originating in the throat. And letting your tension be in the belly. And we'll repeat the baby bridge breaths. Inhale, arching the lower back. Exhale, flattening. Very slowly, gently rocking back and forth. How does it feel at the end of the class compared to the beginning? Can you feel your deeper layers of muscles in the pelvis? One more. And pausing. Feeling. What's this like now? Bring the feet wider apart. And windshield wiper twist, letting the knees fall one side. Inhale up, exhale legs to the other side. Back and forth. And if you want to add to it, when the legs go to the right, you reach the left arm a bit more. You don't have to, just an extra addition. And you can reach in any angle that feels integral. Two more breaths. And pausing. Hugging the knees in. Either staying there or opening the knees wide or reaching for your feet and coming into happy baby. So choosing either hugging the knees or happy baby. And your happy baby can be still or very active. The feet can be more down by your bottom, or the legs can be straight, or something in between. You can let go of your Ujjayi Pranayama and come back to natural breathing. Asking your body, what does it need right now? More movement or less? And then releasing this and coming into Shavasana. So final relaxation. If you want a pillow under your head or a blanket over you or pillow under your knees, please make yourself comfortable. So this posture, Shavasana, corpse pose, is about letting go completely, like a corpse. Letting go any sense of having to be a certain way, to do anything, to accomplish. That magic of resting in presence, resting in the timelessness, the spaciousness of awareness. is now like? Breathing into now. Breathing into your body. Breathing into your heart. Breathing into your mind. Breathing into the space around you. And starting to wiggle and stretch into the space around you. And yawning, sighing, moving a lot, just a little. Or maybe your Shavasana is so cozy you're going to stay there now, then by all means stay there. Otherwise, find a way to come up. Noticing what it's like to land at the end of class. And bring your hands together by your heart. Breathing in. And exhale, bowing to you. Celebrating yourself. Celebrating your body, your heart, your mind, the year you've lived. And bowing with gratitude to the year ahead of us. Namaste.